War, Israel used all soft power with Palestine and were not engaged in hard power tactics. It had no effect. Palestine kept launching offensives against it. And the point was like a repeated pattern over time, so it was clear as to why hard power was better than soft power.
Cool. Well, stop the habit of saying there are several responses when it's wrong.
Yeah, I kept using it, and then I realized I was bringing it
Okay. Well, good. And that's what points of information look like, by the way.
Holy.
Well, okay. So this next speech is remember, hush, unless you so thoroughly are getting into this godlike. The next speech is a member of the opposition speech. All right. All right.
This is like asking a man to perform brain surgery.
Okay, so we're going to start with counter contentions and then which is off case and move on to the on case. Okay. Alright, so first of all, I'd like to thank the government team for being here today in a great case. The audience, of course, the adjudicator, and my partner, Richard, for helping prepare this. So we're going to start with counter contentions. So on counter contention 1, we're talking about Russia, where they say that we have used soft power and that the Czech Republic and Poland are now vulnerable. First of all, the point on the Czech Republic and Poland now being vulnerable has absolutely nothing to do with national security. Therefore, it's not flowing through their own value that's been set. Therefore, it's not going to have anything to do with surroundings. Now, what we're using is the idea of Russia and soft power and hard power and national security to say that it is better to have soft power. Now they're saying that we have used soft power before and that it hasn't worked. I disagree with this. During the Cold War, soft power, as they're saying, is talking to each other and working things out. Now, during the Cold War, if we had moved to hard power and put military stations around Russia and near Russia, then that's going to be more tension. More tension means more people, more nervous people. More nervous people means more mistakes. More mistakes, more likelihood of war, and somebody pressing the red button on the nuke and everybody dying in the United States of America. Goodbye, future. Moving on to kind of question 2. They try to turn this argument and they say that Japan proves it's better to be feared than loved. Okay, I have one question for you. Everybody remembers World War II, right? Everybody remembers what happened in Japan, right? I believe we nuked them. I'm pretty sure we nuked the hell out of Japan. So by them using their hard power and coming in and saying, hey, you know what, we're going to attack you first. We're going to come after Pearl Harbor. We're going to bomb you. Okay, fine, bomb us. We're going to nuke you. That's how it works with hard power. Everybody wants to one-up the other. Why? Because hard power is a constant struggle. It's not like soft power where you're working together, where you're working with each other. So where they turn that, I want to turn that back. Japan doesn't prove that it's better to be feared than loved. They prove the exact opposite. It's better to be loved than feared. We feared them, we went after them, they used their hard power, we nuked them. They're still recovering from that. There's still radiation in the areas that we nuked. So, and also on the other point where he said that it would have took longer for the U.S. to enter the war. Once again, this feeds into my turn. If it would have took longer for us to enter the war had they not bombed us, then by them bombing us and attacking Pearl Harbor, that was hard power, and that worked against them because we entered the war and we ultimately won World War II. I mean, you know, there's still a lot of Jews around here, thank God, and we won World War II. That's why. All right, so moving to the on their country, they say that they're pulling out nuclear reactors. Now, what Iran has done is, since we've pulled back our missile defense system from the Czech Republic and from Poland, they are now opening up their facilities and allowing us to go into their facilities. Allowing us to go into their facilities means there's more transparency. More transparency means we better understand what they're doing. If we better understand what they're doing in Iran, then once again, this helps national security. Why? Because you're nervous when you don't know what's going on. Why do you feel like you need to look over your shoulder sometimes when you're walking down the street and it's dark outside? Because you want to know what's behind you so that you don't feel nervous. So knowing with that increased transparency, that increases national security. Because once again, there's a nervous thumb on that red button. You accidentally press that red button because you're freaking out. They're going to bomb us back. Once again, nuclear war, goodbye America. Moving on to their contention 2, where they say that, they turn our argument and they said that they increased hard power and increase their national security. Israel is in conflict with the Palestine. I want to bring up something that just happened where there was 500 Palestinian civilians that were killed through hard power by the Israeli military. Now, because of this, there's a lot of negative sentiment going towards Israel right now. Israel has lost a lot of sympathy, and losing sympathy decreases national security. Why? People don't feel as bad for you. If people don't feel as bad for you, then they're less likely to help you. If they're less likely to help you, once again, this decreases national security. So when you're going to be voting for opposition today, because we have flown through their value of national security and won on the value that they set themselves. Usually people will counter-define the value because it doesn't fit. We went with their value, and we're still proving that soft power better upholds national security. That's why you're going to be voting for the opposition team today. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, and keep in mind, whenever they do this kind of general national security value, when they don't say national security for the United States, you can interpret that to mean national security in general. And in fact, the Israel contention does really talk about it in general. So when you get to the Japanese example, you could even turn that and argue, well, this demonstrates how the Japanese also use soft power.